Hey guys, welcome back. I apologize for not making this video last week. I was supposed to do this after I finished my run of Rise of Kokular. I still don't know how to pronounce it, but we'll go with ROK2 or LOC3. But anyways, here we are, Legends of Cybertron 3. And I took all this information, the top part of the info, from a post online. So thank you to everyone that has already ran through the lanes and, compiled all the info of what, to expect, what fights to expect. So here we are, I just pasted it on here. And anything, on row 10 and under, that's basically what I'm going to bring. Anything that's in color is what I'm going to probably end up bringing, and everything that isn't are like just little suggestions here and there. I haven't finished filling it out, so yeah, I might just end up adding some more stuff throughout the video, but we'll go over this in a little bit. But anyways, there's nothing special about LOC3. There's no special mods, there's nothing crazy. Honestly, I think ROK2 was a little bit more difficult. The only thing that these bots do have is a whole bunch of HP, I think over 1,000,000 HP each of them, and of course some pretty high attack. So it's not like you're gonna get, 2-shot or 1-shot unless you're bringing like 4-star bots. If you're bringing rank 5 stars fully forged, you should be able to take quite a few hits. So it's not too bad. And of course, it's only a total of 6 fights, and the final boss, Thundercracker, is pretty easy. So yeah, it's nothing too crazy. There are a couple fights that I put like a little asterisk near that might get a little complicated. I haven't fought some of them, so for example, like Rhinox, the only reason I put the little asterisk on him was because I don't know how much damage the shields can do. I know they are all, all the like the shock damage all depends on his attack, so yeah, if you get shocked you might end up dying, who knows. I don't want it to be like AM Rhinox, that guy is total bullshit. Difficulty 140 Rhinox in alliance missions, I absolutely hate. Scorponok over here on this side, I feel like the only detriment to these fights are the length of the fights, because even my phone was like overheating, especially on the Thundercracker fight. That one was like almost like, I think like a 15-minute fight with Megatronus, and fighting against Scorponok, I just want to say, add an extra, 500,000 HP to this guy, because he's going to be healing. Unless you bring like Cheetor, someone, to negate the healing. It's going to be a long fight. That's the only, reason I put this next to Scorponok. And of course, long fights can also lead to mistakes and overheating, lag, things like that. You can end up eating a heavy. Then there's, what is it? I think it's like 500% attack damage or a debuff if he lands a heavy on you, depending on like the amount of backfire procs. And then over here we have Blaster. Blaster, of course, gets those amp charges, and if he ever gets up to a special 2 with 10 amp charges, that can mean a whole lot of damage. A Scout Bee, oh boy, this one, some members of my alliance and my old alliance from Omega, they said this Bumblebee is a pain in the butt, and I do believe it, so I'm not looking forward to this fight. Bone Crusher shouldn't be that bad, but the bleeds are probably going to do quite a bit of damage unless you bring someone like MB1, someone that can purify that. Maybe like a B-Source team with Primal would do really well. And of course, Megatronus. So yeah, let's talk about this lane first really quick. This, of course, is the lane that I went down. I brought Megatronus and Prowl. I honestly think if you have a Megatronus that's rank 5, a 5-star Megatronus, rank 5, fully forged, you're going to do fine in about 95% of these fights. I think he's extremely good. He's still, the best character in the game, hands down in my opinion, and he's going to make a lot of the fights, I'll be honest, kind of boring, but he'll get you through it safely. And yeah, that's basically what he did for me. And of course, I brought Prowl. I knew I was going to bring Prowl mainly for that Megatronus fight, and it actually worked out really well. And I'll go through that in a little bit, but also against Mirage. So, of course, as we all know, Mirage is very, very annoying when he gets like a special one-off, and then he starts shooting from range, because those things come like super, super fast, and you end up getting tagged. And my strategy with Prowl was basically just, backstep, get, 5+ melee buffs, get all that power, go for, you know, a special 1, and never let Mirage get a special 2. And if he does end up getting like past the special 1, try to push him quickly into a special 2. And of course, that way, you know, he doesn't get that range buff, and, you know, the special 2 is easily, you know, dealt with. So yeah, that's basically all I did with Prowl, just special 1, special 1, special 1. And it was a pretty easy fight, nothing crazy. And I will say this though, if you guys do have, I always forget to do this because, and after this first fight, I forgot to boost up, but always boost up. I have a whole bunch of like boost crystals saved up and I never use them. And I finally started using them and I think they helped. I think, yeah, of course, you know, they obviously help. It's like 10%, 15%, 20% attack increase, same thing with HP. And there's a couple other ones that might help. But after the Mirage fight, I started boosting. Bludgeon fight was not that bad with Megatronus. I even ate, I think, some damage with like I don't know if I ate a special, but I definitely ate like a medium hit from him, and with his crit buff, his crit damage buff, and it didn't do that much damage to Megatronus, so I was a little scared. I was thinking maybe, you know, Bludgeon can one-shot me, but it wasn't that bad. And of course, I just kept healing up with Megatronus, and pretty easy fight. And then the Megatronus fight, okay, this one I was definitely a little bit worried. I was like, oh boy, you know, I have to kill him. Of course, I know I have to kill him, but I don't want to fight him when he has Relic of Preservation because it makes him super tanky. So my strategy was use Prowl, same thing with Mirage, just go for a bunch of special 1s, keep him in Relic of Fury so we can do, you know, full damage to him. And it actually worked out really, really well up until the very, very end where, you know, his, what is it called? The Relic of Obedience? I forgot what it's called. Basically the very last relic when he drops below 10% HP. And he, you know, becomes unstoppable. It breaks your combo. It stuns you for a second. And he basically wrecked me. I have no idea what I was doing. I don't know. My fingers stopped working or something. But he ended up killing me. Megatronus cleaned up. The fight against Bumblebee, it was pretty bad. I ate quite a few special 2s. But it wasn't, yeah, it was nothing that Megatronus couldn't deal with. We just healed up. Easy fight. Same thing with Windblade. It was a super easy fight. And Thundercracker as well, I think, was a very easy fight, except for the fact that it took forever. It took like 14 minutes, almost 15 minutes. I think it was like the longest fight out of all of them. So yeah, my phone was definitely burning up throughout all these fights. I was taking like little breaks in between here and there, but yeah, it doesn't really help. And especially because I wanted to, you know, record everything in that single day within like 2 or 3 hours. So yeah, overall it wasn't bad. And of course the rewards, the Titan shards, we don't even know what they are yet. So because of this reason, I don't want to go down any of the other lanes yet until I know what these Titan shards are going to be used for. If it's anything useful, if it's anything new, then I will definitely, you know, put it in gear and clear out, you know, the rest of the lanes, 100% everything, and get those last remaining 100% exploration rewards. But for now, I think I'm just gonna keep, you know, cruise, basically just keep cruising until they announce, you know, the 3-year anniversary for this game, which is coming up next month. And maybe, you know, they'll reveal whatever plans they have for the Titan shards, or we'll keep waiting like another year or something. So yeah, hopefully not. The scout lane, this one has a bone crusher right at the beginning. Thanks, Kabam. This one might be a bit of a pain. I think this fight as well might be a pain against Waspinator and against RC as well, depending, yeah, because RC can be a bit of a pain, especially like, you know, she can avoid like your ranged shots when you go in for like, you know, usually what I do against RC is I shoot once or twice, go in for a dash. Sometimes she'll evade, then she counters, and it's super annoying. But bringing drift usually like helps me out a lot. But I think for this one, because of course, you know, we can only bring 2 bots, I'll probably just do the same thing. I'll bring Megatronus and Prowl. Megatronus may be able to deal with Bone Crusher without dying. I'll have to do like a little test run and see how much bleed damage I end up eating until I'm able to heal everything, or heal like that 15%. From the special 2. Starscream should be easy. Same thing with Barricade. It shouldn't be that bad. Waspinator might be a little bit interesting once he gets below 50% HP. He starts shooting really fast. And of course RC might be a little annoying, but she shouldn't be that bad. So I'd probably end up using Prowl for Starscream, Waspinator, and maybe even against RC. If he's still alive up until RC, I'll probably end up using Prowl. And Thundercracker, of course, should be easy. The demo lane, oh shit. This one, man, against Jetfire. I think this one would be kind of annoying just because he can stun, he can reflect, you know, all that good stuff. So that fight will probably be very annoying, but I'll bring Prowl for that one, which shouldn't be that bad. And against Cheetor, I'll probably use Megatronus. Against Hot Rod, I'll use Megatronus as well. Against Ramjet, I may end up using Megatronus, depending. Yeah, I'll probably end up using him just because that way I can just save Prowl for Shockwave and keep doing the same strategy against Mirage and Megatronus. Just use special ones, never let them get up to a special one. Never let that signature ability trigger, and should be an easy fight. Thundercracker again. I think I'll just stop talking about Thundercracker. The tech lane, I only have Mirage at rank 5, so I'll probably end up bringing him. And Megatronus as well. So the fight against Prowl, probably just bring Megatronus. Mixmaster, I'll end up using Mirage for that one. Soundwave, I will probably use Mirage if he's still alive, just because Mirage, you know, we can get that special 3 off, start getting a whole bunch of attack buffs, and he should do really well. Tantrum should be a piece of cake. Bumblebee is the only thing that scares me here because he's going to power gain. He's going to be launching specials like crazy, but for that one I'll probably just bring Megatronus. Another character that I do think would be really safe wherever, you know, you can apply him is Wheeljack, just because of the of course the shields, and he can heal, so he should be pretty safe to bring along on any of the lanes. But of course, you know, probably gonna be some pretty lengthy fights with Wheeljack, but you know, it's fine. Tactician lane, thankfully they put Galvatron at the very beginning so you can restart the fight as many times as you can. Yeah, thank you Kabam for not putting him like down here. I think that would be super annoying if he was down here and your bots are like, you know, 10% HP and he's just getting unstoppable, you know, every single time. That would be super annoying, but he's right up front. He shouldn't be that bad. Just keep retrying until you get a good run in. And for the Tactician, I do only have Cyclonus, so I'll probably just end up bringing him. And of course we have Sideswipe. He might be a little annoying with the power gain, you know, avoiding ranged, getting a bunch of power. So I'll be careful with that one, but I'll just end up bringing Megatronus to deal with him. Jazz and Ironhide should be very easy, so I'm not worried about those. Rhinox though, this is the only one that I'm concerned with. It all depends on how much damage the shields do. If I end up eating a whole bunch of damage, that's gonna suck. Probably end up blowing some revives on him. Otherwise, I can just out heal the shock damage with Megatronus. And Cyclonus, I'll probably just use him in a couple of the fights, probably against the fight against Sideswipe, so we can negate the evade. I think we can negate the evade, right? I'll have to test it. Probably in the first ROK or something. The Brawler lane, alright, so this one has Ultra Magnus up in the beginning, so he should be a piece of cake for Megatronus. Grinder, probably be a lengthy fight, but it should be very easy. Kickback should be another easy one. Wheeljack, another easy one. MV1, easy one. Thundercracker, easy. So this lane honestly seems like it should be kind of a cakewalk, honestly. It shouldn't be that bad. And then finally the Warrior lane. This one, oh shit. It has Scorponok and it has Blaster in it. These two, yeah, I'm a little concerned with, but the Primal fight shouldn't be that bad. Oops, sorry, I forgot to talk about this one over here. I'll probably just end up bringing Tantrum, but honestly, I may just end up using Megatronus for like all of these fights. And if that's the case, I'll just end up switching him for any brawler that has like good synergy with Megatronus, just to beef him up a little bit. So the Warrior lane has Primal up front. That one shouldn't be that bad. I'll just end up using Megatronus for him. Scorponok. This one, like I said, it's not about the difficulty of fighting Scorponok, it's about the length of the fight. And, you know, it potentially like overheating your phone, causing lag. And of course, you know, the longer the fight, the bigger the chances of, you know, making a mistake or a swipe not registering, and then you end up eating a heavy. He gets all those venom charges on you converted into backfires, and then you eat a bunch of damage, and yeah, that would suck. I don't know. I don't think bringing someone like Cheetor would be a good idea. You can bring him, I guess, to negate the healing, but I think I'll just end up toughing it out and fighting him with Megatronus and just healing basically. But yeah, that would be the strategy against him, is safe and long. Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, this fight should be easy. Blaster, like I said, he shouldn't be that bad. The amp charges though, once he gets going, he's gonna hit hard, I think, with his special 2. So it's the only thing that I'm concerned with. And of course the special ones, they have a chance at giving him power gain, and he's strong against Megatronus. So yeah, I don't know exactly who I'm going to use yet. I might end up bringing Scorponok though. I think he would do really well in some of these fights. And then this fight against Motormaster would be interesting as well, because 80%, 60%, 20% HP increments, he's gonna end up getting that big melee buff, and who knows, may end up doing a whole bunch of damage to me, who knows. But fighting against him shouldn't be that bad, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, that is basically what to expect in Legends of Cybertron 3. In this last lane, I think, of course, bringing Wheeljack would be super beneficial, especially against someone like Blaster. That one would be really, really good. Of course, there are definitely a few other different things you can, synergize with. I think also like an OG Prime and a Jazz synergy in some of these lanes would do really well. Like, of course, going down this one, going down the No Class, going down the Scout and the Tactician, bringing those two along might be a good idea. Actually, no, scratch that. Not the Scout lane, because of course there's a Bone Crusher. So you'll end up getting OG Prime and Jazz, completely wrecked. So yeah, not on the Scout lane, but yeah. It's all a matter of, I guess, bringing the correct team, a good synergy, a good balance, and definitely bringing like a healer, I think, would do well. Unless, you just want to run through it, go ham and be a ninja and not get hit and just, have all your characters survive. It would have been really nice, man, if I had Prowl survive the fight against Megatronus, but unfortunately he died. But like I said, Megatronus is, I think, a character that's going to carry you in the majority of these fights. So yeah, it's not gonna be that difficult. And of course, a safe character like Wheeljack as well, it's gonna carry you. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Just some of the suggestions that I would say you bring. I know this isn't really filled out. I know I didn't add too much stuff down here, but I don't have, that many characters that are like rank 5 fully forged, so I'm just gonna make do with what I have and end up bringing probably this team along with me. But I'm not gonna complete any of the other lanes until we know what those Titan shards are for. So Kabam, please hurry up or give me like a hint, send me a DM on Twitter, on Instagram, on anything. Let's start getting some hype going for this game. If you guys have anything planned for, the three-year anniversary, let me know. I would like to know so I can, start getting excited again for this game. And I haven't been playing MCOC either, kind of gave up on that. I don't know why, I just haven't really had too much time. I did read online that this weekend, I think March 1st, Netmarble and Marvel are going to announce a new game. So I'm excited to see what that is going to be. And I haven't exactly heard any news either from Realm of Champions. I did end up getting my pin though. I actually have it right here. I got my, what is it called? The House of Iron, and what is this other one called? Kingdom of Wakanda. I got both of those pins in the mail, so pretty nice. Can't wait to try out that game. But yeah, anyway, sorry. I'm going off on a rant, guys. Enough of that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any suggestions, if any of you guys have already ran down some of these lanes, let me know what teams you guys used. So say like I went down the Brawler lane, I end up using Megatronus and MP1. I went down the Tactician lane. I used OG Prime, Tactician Megatron. Yeah, just let me know what you guys ended up using. Let me know if anyone did run down the Tactician lane. Let me know how bad Rhinox, how bad his shields were. If anyone ran down the Warrior lane, let me know how bad Blaster was, and also Bumblebee on the Tech lane. Let me know, guys. That way I can, you know, start getting a good idea of what to expect. But thank you so much for watching. I apologize for making this a 20-minute video. In my head, I was like, this is only going to be a 10-minute video. I'm going to go through it quickly, but no, it ends up, you know, taking a while. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, any advice that, you know, I can give you depending on your roster, I will gladly reply in the comments. So yeah, let me know, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'm going to go ahead and get started on the spotlight for March.